Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're all doing well and welcome to today's reaction video. And today's reaction video, guys, before I start, I want to take this opportunity to thank you, every single of you, for your support and for showing your love. I really don't take that for granted. Guys, I recorded this reaction yesterday, and when I was transferring my videos to the phone, I realized that the introduction clip, it wasn't recording. That's why it might look like two different settings, but it's the same video. So on this one, I'm just trying to introduce the reaction for yesterday, which I missed to record. It is about Marwa, guys, and we're gonna start with the Marwa on this reaction video. The first story about Marwa was about when he was comparing his their dog there in Argentina with the girls. He been trying, he looked like he is anxious and he is lacking some content and not knowing what to say to his audience or what to show. He has been going around the compound, and it was this time he was going to go to the main house where they were having a gathering family lunch of himself, Rocio, the baby, Rocio's parents, and Rocio's sister, Romena. So when he left their studio outside, he came and he was talking to the people, and he started interrupting with the dog, which is called Timmy. Marwa has been trying very hard to make friends with the dog Timmy, but the dog is really playing it hard to catch to Marwa. So at some point, he reached to where he was showing people, oh, if you wiggle your hand like this, Timmy will come and close to you and join you. But instead, Timmy wasn't coming. She was like running away. And oh, Marwa, I think he was a little bit ashamed and started saying, comparing, oh, Timmy, it's like those girls, when you want a girl, they keep running away from you. You cannot compare a dog with the girls. Yeah, he was saying, oh, Timmy is behaving like girls. When you want them, they are running away from you. They are playing hard to catch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, are you trying to, to chat the dog, though? You are just having fun, like trying. It's a dog. And the dogs, they are very sensitive. Sometimes they know the person with the good heart, they go to them. That's what I had anyway in a past. So I don't know something, this Timmy dog is Rocio's dog. Sees in Marwa is not like very friendly to Marwa. It hasn't clicked with the Marwa since they've been there. So my problem here was only him trying to compare the dog with the girls, or let's say ladies. The girls, when you want to date one and the girls don't want you, they can keep running away from you.
This is my friend. This friend of mine, if you call her name, she runs away. So the best thing is even sometimes to assume it and it will come up to here. It gives me a story of when you really like someone, especially a beautiful girl. You don't show her very much attention, because if you do, the beautiful girl will run away and you'll be chasing after her, and she may not even want you because she may see you as desperate. And to prove my story, look right now where she is walking. She's right here. She had reached there, now she's here, and even she will come. If I do my hand like this, she will come without, you see the distance from there to here. Anyway, if you're a girl, let me know why that happens. That those who like you, sometimes you don't like them, and those they don't like you, you like them.
Anyway, that is by the way, because our main story is to go inside the house and see what happened when they were preparing to have their lunch, because the lunch was taking place in the dining table of Rocio's and Dad's house. And the baby was there and Romena was there. So guys, please Watch the video, watch the reaction to the end, guys, and please press the like button. Thank you and welcome once more. Thank you. So guys, as I said, as Marwa entered the main house of the parents-in-laws for this lunch, where Romena was there with the Roshu and the baby, Roshu's mom and dad as well, they were there. Marwa went in, and of course he said to his audience, oh, you know, here I cannot be very free to record. The recording will be 50-50 because the baby is there. We have told him so many times he don't have to record the child. He can always, you know, set the camera in a different direction or just turn everything off. And when the baby is not around him, he can always continue filming. So what made me chose to talk this is because what Marwa did. Marwa went to have lunch, to join the family for lunch. It's how he started setting his camera on Romena. Romena. Romena was there. She was wearing a very, very short shorts, but she was sat on a chair on a dining table. First of all, I noticed that Roshu's mom and Romena, as well as Roshu's dad, they were kind of uncomfortable to see he has come back again in the house for lunch, holding the camera. Their face expression was telling something else. But anyway, as all we know, they did not like ignore him or anything like that. But that was like the first reaction when he entered in, and he was talking to his audience. As he went to sit down, he was trying to adjust his camera, and he was like, oh, people, can you see what is there? That's what he said. And that time the camera was pointed to Romena, and Romena was just sitting down on one side of the table on her own, and Marwa really put the camera towards her, and all her thighs, her legs were, you know, exposed. I really didn't understand why he was so interested in doing that. He really exposed the camera to Romena's thighs and legs, because what she was wearing, you can literally see the thighs and then the rest of the legs.
We have our baby here, guys. So filming is 50-50. So, welcome, guys. Let's have some lunch. Guys, we have a special lunch. We also have Romina here. CEO is doing very well. How are you doing?
Very well. I'm getting better.
Better and better. Mama is doing her magic. Romina, hello. Yes, hello. We're gonna have some lunch here, guys. Trying to capture best. Yeah, that's right.
I was a bit concerned because once he will upload the video and probably Roshu sees this, she must, you know, start thinking different things, because or whether Marwa's idea was just to capture Romena's thighs and legs for his fans or subscribers who he has been trying to sell Romena to. So that one was a little bit not necessary, but he did it. As I said, my question here was why Marwa was really trying so hard to position the camera to Romena's thighs and legs. So this purely shows that Marwa was interested on staring Romena's legs and thighs, which doesn't make sense to me, because the way he positions that camera, I think Marwa at this point it's early ages of Rocio and her newly born. He should be, showing Rocio to more respect, not to mess about with his camera and with her sister. As we all know that Marwa has a very embarrassing reputation when it comes to girls in his history on YouTube. For example, if you go to the Google search engine, if you click on Ayamar or type Ayamarwa and then click search and then go to images, you will find pictures of Ayamarwa, loads and loads of them with the girls. So I don't know why he's still keeping this kind of photos online when he knows he is probably now settled, because they don't give him any credit, but they are there with so many different types of women and from different countries, you can tell. So this is a very, worry, because when he is showing this to Roshus, or when Roshu gonna watch, although she said she don't watch a lot of his videos or vlogs, but I think if she do come across this vlog and see, well, they were all sitting to eat this family gathering lunch, she will find out this, and it's not very nice. I don't think she'll take it very nice. This kind of behavior of Ayamarwa, as I said, there is still of a lot of his pictures or photos of him in different countries with different women. It looks like it is in his blood and he cannot like stop or change it. But which I think is sad, because if he want to be mature and want people to respect him or to start respecting him, this he need to give up this kind of photos which are, out there for everybody to see. So without these photos still on a website or on internet, I think many people will struggle to, to respect Roshio as well, or even Roshio herself will struggle to feel comfortable with her man. And especially now they are, they have started having family. I think he need to think about it. While they were waiting for the lunch to come on the table, Ayamarwa brought these stories again about the horse. So I seen Romena was kind of shocked when she heard about what Ayamarwa's plans are. But that is just a, by the way, topic. So guys, after the lunch, they all went out. For example, Ayamarwa started filming when he was saying, okay, he was in the compound still saying he gonna start and moving the pieces of wood to a different place. And Mr. Luis had gone to his garage and he was trying to repair a trolley shopping bag for Rushio's mom. So Ayamarwa went to, he went like, oh, let's go and I'm going to find Mr. Luis. I'm going to find Mr. Luis. So he went to the garage to find Mr. Luis. Mr. Luis looked very busy and he was in a quiet area. After lunch, now he want to fix this shopping trolley for his wife. And he really needed that moment to concentrate with what he was doing. But here comes Ayamarwa with his camera. He is interacting, interfering with Mr. Luis's concentration, because he had come now, he started to calling his name. He, at the same time, he is trying to explain to his audience what is Mr. Luis saying in the Spanish, or what he is trying to ask Mr. Luis. And things were like, oh, why are you repairing this? And because Mr. Luis explained he was repairing it because he cannot stand properly, and whenever people, I mean his wife probably shopping, putting things, everything's inside, there's no balancing. So he was trying to fix some things to hold the trolley basket to stand properly. And then Ayamara was asking Mr. Luis, oh, how much do these cost? And I think Mr. Luis said it's about $20. And Ayamaro was like, oh, I need to buy a new one instead of you repairing it. But Mr. Luis, his answer was like, I better repair it rather than you buying a...
Guys, can you imagine like a nice horse in Argentina? Look, this horse like that. Guys, it's a beautiful day after a nice lunch with my in-laws. We had beautiful conversations. Maisha is chilling. You can close Maisha face, or I come like that, Rocio. Maisha is here. Hey, Maisha, people are really waiting to see your face, Maisha. Soon. Anyway, guys, we are at home. I hear Mr. Luis making some here. This is number 10, Messi. Now I wear this. Let me see what Mr. Luis is doing here. Mr. Luis, I'm looking for you. Estoy buscando tú. Romina today, there's a holiday here, so she didn't go to work.
Okay.
Como yo explico, como hoy es festivo. Por eso Romina no fui a trabajar.
Para Mr. Luis no iría festivo, todos son trabajo.
Mr. Luis. ¿Qué quieres hacer,
Estoy arreglando el carrito.
Look, Mr. Luis is
Tengo que
very...
arreglar esto para comer,
Entiendo.
para que la patrona después vaya a hacer los mandados.
So Mr. Luis says for him there's no holiday today. He's fixing this because this is shopping bag for Mama.
Claro.
So when she stops it, it falls going to the other side. Se cae.
Se cae, sí.
Now Mr. Luis is trying to
Ya,
put a
ahora,
brake.
ahora se va a caer
Como
más.
freno. Este es como freno, Mr. Luis.
No freno, sino ¿qué pasa? Esto
So Mr. Luis
se hace
is
así, ¿ves? Entonces se hace así. Cuando está y se cae,
Okay.
entonces es muy finito esto, lo pone y se cae.
Oh.
Se caía, pero hay que ponerle esto acá.
Okay.
Entonces, ¿ves?
Sí.
Esto tiene que tener más, tiene que ser más separado de acá
Okay.
a las ruedas.
Entiendo.
Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Para tener esto así, como esto es plástico, está gastado,
Okay.
le vamos a inventar de acá a acá y un tornillo acá para que esto quede ahí, ¿ves?
Oh, pero con este espacio.
Claro. Sí, pero este acá va un poquito más adentro todavía.
Mr. Luis. Okay.
¿Eh? Acá,
Duro
acá un
trabajo.
agujero
Duro trabajo. Romina is running away.
ahí,
Yes,
y
it's
hago ahí.
duro trabajo, Mr. Luis.
¿Ves?
So guys, you understand
Entonces ahí no se va.
that this is shaking.
Y claro, ahí se va.
So because it's shaking like this, when Mama goes to shop, this thing falls down.
Claro.
So Mr. Luis has decided he will fix it
Ahí,
by bringing
y
this
hacemos un
up
agujero
here.
ahí.
New one. So these are 2 days in continuous. We've seen Marwa attempting to, to spend and trying to involve Mr. Luis with his ideas. For example, on the other video, we've seen him trying to give him some money to buy some horses. And today, Mr. Luis really did not take that one. Today also, when he was trying to us to tell him, because to be honest, the metalwork around the that trolley shopping bag. It looks a little bit like it's worn out. But when Mr. Luis fixed it, it stood very well. Everything looks very nice. So Mr. Luis refused again, refused Ayamarwa's offer. Guys, can we ask ourselves here, why is Mr. Luis rejecting Ayamarwa's offer? Because these are 2 days in a row, or 2 videos which are following each other. And, you know, Mr. Luis is really like, no, 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 no.
Esta cosa, Mr. Luis.
Sí, no sé, costará, qué sé yo, no sé,
Más o menos.
25.000 pesos, 20.
Yo
O sea,
pueda,
es muy poco.
compra nuevo para mamá, Mr. Luis.
Sí.
Como regalo.
Y bueno, pero mientras ahora está.
Ok, entiendo. So I just told Mr. Luis how much this
Ahora
cost.
ya se lo estoy haciendo.
He tells me it's like $20. So I told Mr.
Yo,
Luis I could
lo
buy
que
one
pasa es que
for
no
mama.
gasto nada.
Sí.
Tengo todo acá.
Ok,
Entonces, viste, por eso me puse a hacerlo.
ok, entiendo. So one thing you
No
have,
por ser.
one thing you must have learned to this moment of me being here with my in-laws is that Mr. Luis likes to fix stuff. He doesn't believe like something is worthless. No. Mr. Luis always finds everything as important. So, and he likes to fix stuff. I'm really learning from that. And you see, me, I'm like always like, okay, maybe we buy a new one. But for Mr. Luis's, no. Maybe we fix it.
Probably if it was somebody else would go like, yes, because it was that work, it took Mr. Luis a little while to fix it. But when he fixed it, it was all good and, you know, it stood. So now I think Marwa can see why Mr. Luis wasn't so happy when he wanted to clear all his stuff, because Mr. Luis was like knowing everything where it is, even when they were in the garage, when he was like repairing this trolley shopping bag. He was going and, you know, knowing where to go get all these bottles full of screws, all these very old screws, but they were working, guys. They were working. So the other thing is, Marwa was always asking Mr. Luis questions, and at the same time, when Mr. Luis gives him an answer, he wants to tell his audience what Mr. Luis is saying. Now, what I found here, which was really, really disturbing, is Mr. Luis is still talking. He is really talking, and he is seriously talking to Marwa, answering him, or, you know, discussing with him. And then Marwa is just talking Mr. Luis over. He's not leaving him even to reach the middle of the sentence of what he is trying to say. Marwa is already talking to his audience. And this, so you hear 2 people talking at the same time. Mr. Luis is speaking in Spanish, and Marwa is speaking in English. And it was just like, you need to understand communication skills. You need to, if you are having a communication with someone, you don't keep talking and talking. If you have asked a question, you need to calm down and, you know, pause and wait for the answer. But no, when he is asking things constantly, and Mr. Luis is, before he can even say 3 words, he's already jumping in and speaking in English, and the whole communication becomes like a little bit of challenging, especially for Mr. Luis. Because once you ask me something, then let me talk. But no, he's not letting him to talk, and he was just, you know, jumping in and over-talking Mr. Luis. And I thought that was also not okay. Guys, for me, I'm having some kind of feeling like since the time of Roshio's giving birth and Ayamarwa going to sleep and left Roshio struggling with her family. I think probably these parents have seen or have different views on Ayamarwa, and could be, because they probably thinking about their daughter and thinking, is this the right one? Did she make the right decision? Because all these errors, and some are, like top-note errors, what he has been doing. And, they might be having a question mark, as well as, by the way, I forgot, when he went to join Mr. Luis at the garage, he found Romena was there with her dad, and she was just, standing, holding herself nicely, just watching the dad doing stuff, not like interfering with him or touching what he is doing and stuff like that, like Ayamaro was doing when he came there. So at some point, when Ayamara came and found Mr. Luis with the Romena, he stood there, and then he did show us Romena being there. And then he turned the camera to Mr. Luis to be able, even he was trying to zoom so people can see what this little job Mr. Luis is doing. And after maybe less than a minute, Romena has left. She didn't even say anything. And Ayamaro turned the camera and said, oh, Romena is running away. So why? He came there within a minute, even not a minute, she was off. And then Ayamaro was pointing her, the back of her, oh, there is Romena is running away. Why? I think somehow they are not comfortable with all this filming, because the other day Ayamaro was like interviewing Mr. Luis, and some questions he was asking him, it's like they don't make sense. It's like you're asking him the same question over and over again. And there was a point where Mr. Luis said to Rocio, he spoke in Spanish to Rocio and said he is not used to be, interviewed all the time with the camera like this. So I think he is getting to feel it is enough. Yeah? And also I think it's the time for Ayamarwa now to probably start trying to get around. He can always leave Rocio comfortable because the mother is there, and take himself out, even if it's for 1 hour, 2 hours, go and do his different types of vlogs and come back home. He gonna have the rest of the, he can be, because this is his like a full-time job. So he is doing this, trying to, to post something every day. But he has run out of content. And Mr. Luis is his niche. And then Mr. Luis is like getting to that level of like, this is being too much. Because things are changing. If you look at him closely to when they started, you can see there is some changes. And for this, I think the best thing for Ayamarwa is like, to start going out and start taking a couple of hours out, go and find, he can always research something there, go to a place, go and show people a place and then come home. Give yourself 2 hours out and then come back, or 3 hours. Let it be like you have gone to a shift and you have come back, because even though you are married and let's say you are working a full-time job, your wife gets the maternity leave, but you as a man, maybe you are expected to still go to work. For example, now there Rush's mom is around, and because Ayamarwa's job is not like you have to be here this time, he can organize Rocio. If it's something he need to cook for her, he can cook everything, put everything she needs in order, and then dash out, go and get his people a different content and come back home, and then maybe do that a couple of days, then the third day he can, you know, do it again at home, because it's getting boring, and then he hasn't got anywhere else to go. People are getting tired of seeing the compound. Anyway, yeah, as I said, guys, I think I am Marwa need to start thinking how to give Mr. Luis a space and let him be sometimes, give him a space to do things on his own. Because sometimes maybe he also feels like he want to spend more time or do some activities with the Roshu's mom. Let him have, you know, have his own time at some point, and not to be clinging on him all the time. Because even when he went to join him at the garage, he was still interfering very much by touching things, you know, zooming the camera too closely. At some point, he was tapping his back because they were talking. So I think Mr. Luis is probably holding too much inside. Maybe the day he will blow up, Marwa will have to take a flight back home. Yes, I think Mr. Luis is, you know, you can tell he is holding too much inside. He is holding a lot inside. So guys, the next point is where I am Marwa, after, you know, left Mr. Luis to continue with his job. I am Marwa came to the compound, and he started telling us that he gonna start moving those pieces of wood from one corner to another. At the process, Ayamarwa started moving one wood at a time, and he was complaining about how hard it is to move these pieces of wood while he is holding his camera. The thing is, he don't need to show us that. I find him still struggling on what to show. He feels like it is a must for him to even go into toilet with the camera. If he would, just to show his audience what he is saying or he is doing. Because what I was thinking he could do is introduce your activity and tell your people, then he knows all this. Tell your people, I will see you after I'm done. But he was struggling, going from one corner to another, carrying one heavy piece of wood, trying to hold the camera. He is struggling, and there is no point of it. I don't think he owes people every step of his life. I don't think so. He needs to think carefully and start, you know, recognizing we will always trust he did that work, even if he didn't show. He can introduce it and then show, voila, here I am, I'm done, you know, instead of struggling, wasting his time, tired.
Really hard because we want to create this as a playing ground for Maisha. You know, we just have to do it. I'll start step by step by just carrying one by one like this. If I do some tricks, we will fix it one by one. But sometimes it's very hard for me to work and still show you, because that means I'll not put a whole effort. I need to bring all those timbers and woods, I arrange them here. Call it a day. Wow. Timmy is here. Hey, so Timmy, you see? You won't believe where you will be. Time to move the wood. We need now a playing ground for Maisha here. We will plant nice flowers.
Yes, guys. So eventually, Ayamarwa decided to put the camera down when he realized that he wasn't gonna do the job holding the camera. The piece of woods, they were a lot, and they really needed both of his hands so that he can move them to the other side where he wanted to quickly. He finished his work and he did show us what he has done. And it came a moment where there was a bit of, happiness and emotional time, because apparently one of the Rochu's fans, he has sent her an email. And this guy, what he has done, his name is Francis. He had sung a song for Maisha. So Maisha's single is out now. Maisha's single number 1 is out now, guys.
That is what we need to do. Guys, this is why we are watching this video. Come inside us and let's enjoy this. So Rocio, what is happening, Rocio?
I just received, I'm just reading an email.
Yes.
Of someone. I don't know if they want to
No, you can mention the first name, at least for credit. Just first name.
Francis.
Yes. So read Francis' email.
So I received an email that says, Rocio and Marwa, thank you for all that you two do.
Just read the way it is. People
You are changing the world, and be strong for each other. Don't give in to the poundings. Stay strong. We have gifted you this song, and you have all the copyrights to it, so you can post it on all your channels. I have attached the original script for your reference. I will make an English version and send it to you. We love you all, and what a lovely family you have. P.S. By the way, Marwa inspired the creation of my channel. Thank you.
Oh, he has a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What is his YouTube channel?
I don't know.
It says PS. Okay, so play the song.
Okay.
And
It's called Nana del Principito Maisha.
okay, what does that mean?
Nana is like a lullaby for Prince Maisha.
Oh wow.
Or Little Prince Maisha.
Here is Prince Maisha, guys. We can show you some. Here is his leg. He has grown. Imagine from here all the way up to here. You know, in my home they say don't measure height like this. Measure it like this so you give him space to grow. Like if you say like this, they're gonna stay there. So you say like that. Okay, so play the song.
Nana del Principito Maisha.
Nana de Príncipe Maisha. Vamos. That's the highest volume. You can actually even play with the speaker. Hey. Wow.
So yes, Marwa introduced that, and he said to people, oh, come with me, let's go inside. This is why I was doing this vlog. And when he went inside, this is now to at least this little bed seat, kind of, it's a bungalow. It's not a flat. Yes. When he went inside, it was now Rocio holding the baby, and she knew this is coming. So she was holding her phone as well. And that's when now they said what had happened. One of the Rocio's fan has, created a beautiful song for baby Maisha. And, now they had to show us, and you can see the Rocio's reaction. She was really, really emotional. She was emotional. She was in tears. The main thing here, when the guy sent this song to them, he had said this song is now purely for them. They can play it, they can use it when they are doing their videos. They cannot get any copyright. So it's purely Maisha's song. And they sang it. It's sung in Spanish, but Roshio, she had a moment to explain to all of us what means. And it's just a very, very sweet song. It touches your heart when you listen to it. This is a beautiful song. And I think that Francis, he really thought it very well. And this was a very good gift to Baby Maisha. So what I was thinking here, because when they were talking about the song and when they put it on for us, Marwa came again with so many ideas. Oh, we need to find some photos. We can put it, I don't know, on Facebook. We did this. So I think Marwa very soon, he gonna sell that, song as, Maisha's first single. It's out now. So yes, guys, after this, my next one is I'm gonna show you how Miss Trudy and Odemaya, they are really enjoying themselves back in Kenya. They are really having it big time. Odemaya is trying to introduce Miss Trudy to a new recipe of our Kenyan, traditional food, which is ugali. Odemaya is coming here with new ideas of putting some little bit of salt in ugali. It's very, very weird because we don't do that. But yes, I think they are having fun. They kind of look very blessed, and it's really good for people to see that. It's always good to see people when they are happy and enjoying themselves. So I think the whole idea for them to move to Kenya, it was to start adapting everything, maybe also for Odemaya to adapt a bit of Kenyan culture. So at this clip I'm gonna put about Odemaya and Miss Trudy, you're gonna see it's Odemaya's duty for the kitchen to be a chef. So he is the one going to cook ugali for Miss Trudy. But Odemaya is saying he need to bring the, the recipes of Ghana and Kenyan recipes. He want to mix because apparently in Ghana, they would not cook ugali the way we cook it without putting a bit of salt. So we're going to watch clip, guys. I'm going to let you do that and see how Miss Trudy takes this.
Are you serious? I can't say that because I see it is now boiling. Maybe is it too hot? I think so. Is it too hot? I told you the baby. Put 2. You put 5. Hey, if you're married to a West African, let me know. How is it when it comes to putting pepper?
So, what I'm feeling is like,
Yes, please don't put salt.
I don't know why
She's all that's enough, please, because me, I'm not going to be able to eat.
I don't cooking. Please. You don't really cook. Allow me. Yeah, with salt. We tried it a different way, You gotta experiment.
I hide the salt because you can't add more, man. What have mercy, I'm so scared. You never cooked ugali before, it's your first time?
Yeah.
How you do it? Allow you to cook, okay. Allow you to cook. Allow you to cook. Allow you to enjoy yourself.
This, if you do it this way, it's actually gonna.
My dad is complaining, saying these days I think I'm better, I'm way better, my ugali is... Oh, it's shaping up. Now we can taste it.
You sure there's not too much? No?
No, keep turning.
Sure.
Yeah, keep turning, it's all be okay. Let me show you how to do it. Shall we show you? Yeah, like that. So I'm telling Maya to cover it and leave it for a while, and he's like, really? Okay, first he was cooking and he's like, am I done? I'm like, no, you're not done. It's a process. So you cover it for, wait, you already uncovered it. So you cover it for like a minute or 2. So you can cook with the steam and everything, and then you come again. It's a process, and then before you know it's gonna be ready. Open it, mix it up, nini, and then yeah. Well, it looks like it will be very soft. Maybe the flour wasn't enough. You can still add a little flour, but the challenge is usually you think oh my god, you think it's not enough, and when you add it becomes very hard. So you gotta be very careful. If you add too much, it's gonna be hard at the end.
If you put
I feel the salt is
come on, man. You're exaggerating, babes.
I'm not exaggerating.
Exaggerating.
No, the salt is bad. Because you know, after you don't put salt. So when you put salt in ugali, it's like, what is this? I'm sure every Kenyan would have such a reaction. It's okay. There's ugali taste, but then they say, what is that eating there? What is that? That's the trick. It's not bad. That's the trick. That's the trick you don't know. Oh, so you're trying to say that this is intentional.
And Udemaya said, all Kenyans can cook the ugali with the salt, and give some comments or tag him, because he he think he is introducing this like a new thing for people to be doing now back home. And I think he might have some people who want to do that. Or what I know is some long time ago when we were growing up, at some point, if the parents don't have like greens, vegetables, this is due to poverty. Some people, they used to put like butter. If you have butter, we have a special butter called Blue Band back home, and they would use Blue Band and put to the flour water before you mix it, and this kind of gives a flavor. There is also another way when people are in poverty and they have got nothing to eat. And most houses, even though you don't have food, we tend to have flour, like ugali flour. So sometimes people used to cut onions and fry onions. And then when the onion is well cooked, you will put water. And then the water will boil, and then you'll add your ugali flour in, mix, and there you go. You feed your children with either that, with the black tea, because there is not even milk. So it rings a little of bells what Udemaya is thinking the taste he wants. But the thing is, when we cook our ugali, we cook it plain with the plain water, because adding salt can lead to you eating a lot of salt, because you'll serve it with some stew on a side. This can be meat stew. The meat stew will have some salt on its own. You might have greens on a side. They contain salt. So this is why the ugali is cooked plain, because the other things we are using to eat it with, they already have salt, and also they can have a little bit of spices. And some people who like chili, they can add chili as well in it. So guys, I think that's about it I have for today. But before I go, I watched a little bit of Roshu's video today. But the video she brought is her sharing her experience when she was giving birth. She's coming, out openly and tell us what happened. I only watched a little bit of the beginning. I think it's kind of, it's gonna be emotional, but it's nice, something to watch if you want to know what happened to her. I might finish watching it a bit later, but at least I'm gonna share the first clip of that Roshu's video, just to give you a taste how it is starting. And maybe probably most of you have already watched it. So that will be just something to finish this reaction video.
I left myself to go find you. I came back and I brought you with me. In the pain, I saw colors that announced your arrival. And when I trusted my own strength, then I met you. My delivery was at home and transcendental. It left me exhausted and a little bit broken. Giving birth is trauma and realization of big things. I felt accompanied and I felt very lonely. At the end, it was all on me, in my self-confidence and my center, which I lost many times. I spent a lot of time reading about the pain, and all I could do was just to surrender at it. The day was long, but I trusted its perfect timing. I almost gave up, more than once. No one can understand without experiencing. To gestate is beautiful. To give birth is a thing of the strongest gender. To meet your creation is the strongest light in the universe. I'm in expansion. I'll never be the same. And I feel honored. Everyone, it's been a week since I am a mom. First,
Guys, I really thank you so much for your time. I thank you for your support. I love you so much, guys. I cannot explain the love, because you showed me a lot of love as well. Please continue watching my videos. Please continue subscribing, share, and likes, and then comment section, guys. Comment section, please make it active. Let's go communicate more there on comment section, so that I can get to know your views as well. It helps a lot. It helps the like somebody like me to know what you are thinking. Maybe something I forgot to say. You guys, we all think things differently. So you when you write your comments on comment section, I'll get to learn a lot from you, as you have learned a little bit from me. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I don't take your time for granted, and I love you so much, guys. Thank you. And see you again tomorrow. Peace. Thank you.